This week, Steam hit a new and big milestone, and we'll talk about it. Plus, Godot Engine gets a major update. OpenRA gets a new and improved map editor, and this publisher is getting resurrected from the dead. All of this and more today. That's right, it's Linux gaming news time. Alright, I'm a Command & Conquer fan, and I don't try to hide that. Last week, I made a special video detailing how Electronic Arts, of all companies, had open-sourced Tiberium Dawn, Red Alert, Renegade, and Generals. Not only open-sourced, though, they released the code under the GPL3 to help support the community around Command & Conquer and preserve the game for generations to come. This was an excellent and applause-worthy move on their part, and honestly, it's exciting news for the Command & Conquer fans like myself. I wanted to mention this in a proper news video, and that's why I brought it up here. But that's not the only Command & Conquer news in the last couple days. On Tuesday, there was another bit of Command & Conquer news. OpenRA, the open source engine reimplementation of the classic Westwood Command & Conquer engine, just got a new release. The new build includes support for installing the game using assets from the Steam release of CNC. It includes an improved map editor, new high-quality Dune 2000 assets. They added 2 Red Alert missions and improved the quality of many others. There was balancing changes for Red Alert and Dune 2000. Skirmish options are now remembered between matches, background progress for supporting more languages, and a lot of bug fixes. There's a huge changelog if you want to go check it out over on their website. There's a link down below. And if you're interested in checking out the game, it is available as a flat pack through FlatHub, or you can download the app image for each game on their website. All right, now it's time for Deals of the Week, the part of the show where we talk about the bundles and deals that'll save you money and help you grow your library. And first up, we'll talk about some free games that come with your Amazon Prime account. You can pick up the newest entries over there at gaming.amazon.com. Many of them are GOG keys with some Epic and even Microsoft keys thrown in there to act as the proverbial fly in your soup. Some of the more interesting titles added this week are Saints Row the Third Remastered, Mafia 2 Definitive Edition, and Deus Ex Human Revolution. These are all GOG titles. You can get keys for them, and the link for that's going to be down below. And you can also use the Amazon affiliate link below if you don't have Amazon Prime, and I get a small commission on that if you sign up with it. Next up, there's only 4 days left in Humble's Indie Allies 2025 bundle. This bundle includes 10 games for just $10, and a customizable portion of your purchase goes to charity. Now, included in this bundle is Enchanted, which is verified, Illuminara, which is ProtonDB native, Princess Farmer, which is verified, Super Space Club, which is verified, Raptor Boyfriend, which is playable, Aerial Knights Never Yield, which is verified, Elemental Survivors, which is playable, Skater Gator 3D, which is verified, Skater Gator, which is playable, and On the Peril of Parrots, which is unknown and unranked on ProtonDB. Now, if you use my link below, you help this show at no additional cost to you, and I get a small commission. And if you do, thanks. It's much appreciated. All right, next up, let's talk about Acclaim. Now, Acclaim is a publisher that was founded in 1987, and they went bankrupt, I believe, in 2004. But they had some excellent games to their name. I can think of Burnout, Turok, a bunch of others. Now, Acclaim is being resurrected here by some gaming industry veterans, as well as some other names in entertainment. And their website is actually pretty interesting. From the golden age of gaming to today, Acclaim has been shaping the industry, publishing unforgettable titles, pushing boundaries, and bringing players together. Acclaim's original mission continues today to support independent development studios in bringing their games to the widest possible audience. So this is interesting because basically Acclaim is out to bring both double and AAA games to the market, but also indies, or at least games that are developed by indie studios. And I find that to be an absolutely worthy cause. The new Acclaim is founded by a passionate team of industry veterans with a focus on empowering developers and creators to bring their game to the widest possible audience. We provide funding and publishing services to video game developers, including production, PR, marketing, support, distribution, and more. So this is pretty interesting because Acclaim has, like I said, published some excellent titles in the past, some of my favorite games. Turok is one of my favorite games on the N64. And so being able to have this brand come back and make games in that vein that you had come to expect and love, I think that that's exciting. I'm very interested to see where this goes, and I'd love to hear your take on this. Do you think Acclaim's going to be able to reach, a status as a modern AAA publisher or even an indie publisher, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. And while you're down there, why not like that smash button? It's the best way to tell YouTube you want to see more videos just like this. You can also subscribe if that's more your speed. We're on our way to 200,000 subscribers, and with your help, I think we can get there. Thanks. All right, next up, let's talk about Godot. Now, Godot Engine 4.4 just released this week, and if you're a game designer or you're looking to try your hand at game design, in my book, there's no better ready-made engine to use than Godot. It is powerful enough for experienced developers, but it's also approachable enough for new developers as well. Now, this update integrates Jolt physics. If you're not familiar, Jolt is an extension that has been used as the de facto physics engine by many Godot developers since its inception in late 2022, so it only made sense to integrate it into the engine directly. And I mean, look at this. This looks pretty great. So the fact that they're taking a community extension and adding it into the engine proper makes a lot of sense here. They've also added window management. So this is very exciting because window management, if you're familiar with Unity, the Unity engine editor, then you'll know that the Unity game lives inside the editor as a single window. However, Godot will have a separate instance of Godot spawn when you try to launch the game. So they're separate threads, and it ends up being a bit of a hassle, especially if you're coming from the Unity world. But this new release allows you to embed the running game directly into the editor, which is a pretty neat thing for them to be able to do. But they have also added interactive in-game editing into the gameplay. So now you can modify your game from within the editor while it's running or paused, which I have been waiting for a while because I've heard them talking about this, and I've been looking at what's going to be next coming down the line for Godot 4. And this has been something I've been waiting for, so it's pretty neat to see here. Being able to like interact with your game directly as it's running and moving things around and that kind of stuff. I love that. It's very exciting. They now have Android editor support for XR devices, which means that you can make VR games while you're in VR, which that's interesting. They've got Uber shaders. According to them, these shaders become the fallback whenever a new object is drawn, so that freezing, as well as we wait for more specialized shader pipelines in the background to compile. Uber shaders basically allows the game to run without experiencing shader compilation stutter, which is a real issue. And they've added a whole bunch of other stuff here, like 3D physics interpolation, so you can check it out, what this looks like. It looks pretty great, honestly. I mean, wow. See, I haven't done a lot of 3D stuff, but I'd like to do more. But yeah, that's pretty excellent. And they've added a lot of other stuff too. There's a huge write-up on all the things that they've added and changed here, which you can check out with the links down in the description. I actually made a game called Doodling's Arcade Sports Ball. As of recording, it launched today, 1 year ago, which is crazy to me. It's been a year to the day since Doodling's released, and I'm really excited to announce that I'm going to be making the game's code available under an open source license. If there's anyone out there who wants to help me get the code ready for open source release, reach out to me on Discord or send me an email and we'll chat about the details. Yeah, I'm very excited about this, and I hope you are as well. All right, let's talk about Steam, because what is a Linux gaming news video without Steam? This week, Steam hit 40,270,997 users online, with 12,727,475 playing a game at the time. This is huge because this is a new record for concurrent online users. And I suspect this isn't just for the PC gaming space, but also for any platform. According to SteamDB, the most popular games being played at the time were Counter-Strike 2, Monster Hunter Wilds, PUBG Battlegrounds, Dota 2, and Marvel Rivals. It's pretty bananas to see. I mean, Valve has been smashing their records consistently for the last few years. And yeah, PC gaming is growing, and it seems like it's growing pretty healthily too. Also this week, though, Valve released the Steam hardware survey results for February. And unfortunately, it looks like Linux market share fell by 0.61%. So more than half a percentage point. That means that we're no longer over 2% of market share on Steam, but that's okay. But it's also interesting that macOS lost nearly half a percentage point as well, and the slack was actually picked up by Windows 10 of all things. That's right, Windows 10, the nearly end-of-life operating system, has grown by over 10% of the overall Windows usership, and I think that's hilarious. The fact is, these numbers are actually inflated by the surge of Chinese language users that crop up every few months. We should see the Steam hardware survey return to January's levels in the next month or so. But yeah, I think that's going to do it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. If you believe in the work that I'm doing, you can use the links below to become a member like these guys. It's because of these guys' support that I'm able to do this. So thank you very much if you're one of them. But that's the end of the video. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys on Monday.